how to remember whatever you study for a long time. In our daily life, we observe that a lot of students complain about forgetting things after study. There are also some other students who remember each and everything before starting the paper. But once they get the paper, they forget things or they cannot recall what they have studied. Unfortunately, no school or college solves this problem. But don't worry, I challenge you that after completely watching this video, you will master the art of remembering concepts for a long period of time. I am not teaching you something which I have only read or listened about, but I am going to teach you something very awesome that has produced stunning results for my students. Firstly, let me teach you that how our memory works. Well, we know that many good students learn difficult concepts in the class. When they come home and try to recall these concepts, they do not remember some points or even some concepts. Now let me ask you, have you ever wondered that how cruel is our memory which forgets things so fast within a day? Your memory is not your enemy. It is your problem. I mean, during classroom, you stored information in the short-term memory. As the word suggests, short-term memory stores 5 to 9 pieces of information for 20 to 40 seconds or up to few minutes. In simple words, we say that short-term memory stores very limited information for a very short time. So the problem of many students is very simple. They store information in short-term memory. That's why they are forgetting it quickly. Now coming to the climax of this lecture, which will blow your mind. For a minute, think about your best friend in the class. He is Mr. 𝙬𝙢𝙢𝙢. Here, let me ask you, can you forget the name of your best friend in the class? The answer is no. How can I forget the name of Mr. 𝙬𝙢𝙢𝙢? Because he is so special for me. Now listen carefully. Why your memory doesn't forget the name of Mr. 𝙬𝙢𝙢𝙢? The answer is simple. The name of Mr. 𝙬𝙢𝙢𝙢 is stored in long-term memory. As the word suggests, long-term memory stores information for long period of time, even up to 20 years. But wait a minute. How does our memory store information in long-term memory? The answer is very simple. Repeating something more often. For example, in the class, Mr. 𝙬𝙢𝙢𝙢 is your best friend. Every day, you repeat his name. So the name of Mr. 𝙬𝙢𝙢𝙢 is very important and it is repeated every day. Thus by this way, it is stored in long-term memory. In summary, we say that our memory stores information in short-term memory for some time. If this information is repeated again and again, it is then stored in long-term memory, which would be stored for many years. Now let me show you the traditional way of study. As we all know that we do study and store information in short-term memory. That's why we forget things so quickly. You may be surprised to listen that 1 hour after study, we only remember 50% concepts or 50% information. After 1 day, we only remember 20 to 30% information or 20 to 30% concepts. So this is the traditional or conventional way of study. Now the best way of study is to learn some concepts and then revise them. For example, I am interested to learn 3 concepts of chemistry: element, compound and mixture. I will completely learn these 3 concepts. After 1 hour, I will revise it again. Secondly, after 6 to 8 hours, I will revise it again. Thirdly, I will revise it after 24 hours. Finally, I will revise it every week for 1 month. So by this way of revision, my memory is shifting the concepts of element, compound and mixture from short-term memory to long-term memory, which I will remember for many years. Therefore, If you want to remember something for long period, then store it in the long-term memory by revising it more often. I hope that this technique will help you a lot.